The world map, is just a single frame in a 4 billion-year movie. Continents are not fixed. They are travelers on a shifting sea of mantle, locked in a rhythmic dance called the Supercontinent Cycle. Over immense stretches of time, they gather into colossal landmasses, only to tear themselves apart again. This process is described by the Wilson cycle. It begins when a continent starts to rift, like in East Africa today. A narrow sea forms, which grows into a mature ocean, like our Atlantic. But oceans don't live forever. Eventually, subduction begins, and the ocean starts shrinking, like the Pacific is now. Finally, the continents collide, the ocean disappears, and mountains like the Himalayas are thrust into the sky. But why do supercontinents break up? A massive landmass acts like a thermal blanket, trapping the Earth's inner heat. Eventually, this heat builds until a mantle plume ruptures the crust from below. This is what tore apart Pangaea and its predecessor, Rodinia, about 1 billion years ago. Rodinia's breakup was so dramatic it may have plunged the entire planet into a snowball Earth. These cycles are the planet's thermostat. Supercontinents create vast arid deserts in their interiors and can block ocean currents, causing extreme climates. But their breakup is good for life. As new oceans open, isolated landmasses become laboratories for evolution, sparking incredible biodiversity. The paradox is that breaking up is better for life than staying together. And the cycle continues. With the Pacific shrinking, geologists predict that in about 250 million years, North America and Asia will collide, forming the next supercontinent, Pangaea. It's a reminder that we live on a world that is never finished.